G'day, I'm Mick from Z Grills Australia. Today we're going to look at how to set up your new Z grill. The first thing you want to do is make sure there's nothing inside your grill. So you've got your baffle, your grease tray and your grill racks out of the grill rack area here. We can now plug our power cable in and we can come down to our controller and turn the power on. Now let's make sure that it's on shutdown cycle when we turn the power on, otherwise we'll get an error. So we turn the power on, our LED will flash 3 times, then we can turn it to smoke. Firstly, let's open up our hopper lid and our grill lid. So we can now turn to smoke. Now when we turn to smoke, look down inside the hopper here. We want to see if this auger in the bottom of the hopper is turning. Okay, so we can see it turning now. It turns very, very slowly and only for a few seconds, then it stops. Another 30 seconds or 40 seconds from now, it'll start turning again. The second thing we want to look for, and we can already hear this now, is the sound of the fan. So the fan is sucking air from in below the hopper here and out of the fire pot. We can actually feel with our hand some air blowing out there. If this is a new grill and it's your first time burning it in, you'll also get a bit of smoke coming out of the fire pot as well. That smoke's coming off the ignition rod, and that's a good thing because it means the ignition rod is getting hot, which is what we want to see. So 3 things: auger turning, number 2, fan, number 3, our ignition rod getting hot. Eventually it'll actually get a dull red color, but if there's any smoke coming out, that actually means that it's getting hot and it's confirming that it's working well. So we can now move on to the next step, which is priming our auger pipe here, our auger tube, with some wood pellets. We can now add some pellets into the hopper and feed those through into the fire pot. Don't add too many, 1 or 2 kilos is fine for the moment. Once we've got some pellets in the hopper, we can turn the controller to high, which will spin the auger for longer and get those pellets primed across into the fire pot. As soon as pellets start to drop into the fire pot, we want to turn the controller to shutdown cycle and then immediately back to smoke. This will turn the ignition rod back on again and help us ignite those pellets. Keep the lid open on the grill and just watch until we start to see some flames. Once we've confirmed there's fire in the fire pot, we want to put our baffle plate in, our grease tray, and both our grill racks. We want to wait until we've got a lot of smoke that's come out. We can really hear that fire roaring. Then we can shut our lid and turn our controller to high. We're now going to run the grill for 45 minutes to burn off any of the manufacturing oil that's on the components in here. It's going to smell pretty bad, so keep this away from any open windows. Burn for 45 minutes, and then at the end of that 45-minute period, we want to turn it back to smoke, which will reduce the flame size, allow it to burn down 10 minutes, and then we can turn it to shutdown cycle, which will run the fan for 10 minutes and allow the system to safely shut down and the fire to go out.